What's up, guys? How you all doing? Welcome back to GCF, God Cars Football with Raphael. That's me. I'm over here at the Aston Martin dealership. We're gonna review and do an overview of the 2020 Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. A beautiful, beautiful car, awesome car, expensive car, and it's got every bell and whistle you can think of. Aston Martin is a high-end name, right up there with the Ferraris, Lambos, Lotus. This car MSRP is for $305,000, around there. That's before options and everything. So once you put options and everything, you're talking like $345,000, $350,000. Definitely expensive car, to say the least. Going back to what I was saying about God in the past few weeks with materialistic things and money and things like that. This is the type of car that you have to be careful with when you own it, or if you could own it, or if you had aspirations to own it. Because, you know, cars like this and materialistic things like this are very tempting. They bring forth a lot of temptation. So, you know, and it's rightfully so. It's a beautiful car and it's understandable, but you can never, don't forget, never put anything before God. So don't put a car before God. Don't put money before God. Don't put anything that you're looking at. Don't even put your own family, nobody before God. God comes first. God comes first. So always remember that. But keep that in mind as I'm showing you this car. But let's get to it. With this video goes a thanks to my friend Dan Weldon, a longtime buddy of mine. What's up, Dan? He recommended an Aston Martin DB11, so I said, let me one up him. I'll go Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. So the DB11 is basically same car, but it's just a little bit more toned down. And I'm pretty sure this is a DB11 here. They don't even keep the Superleggeras outside because it's just such a expensive high-end car. But anyway, just look at that. Look at that beauty. DB11 V8 coupe. Nice car. Let me mask up because we're in the current times we're in. Please wear face mask. Please observe social distancing. Okay, so check it out. This is a Superleggera convertible. It's called a Volante. See the nice Superleggera badging there. Look at this intake. Look at that air that can go through there for that V12 engine. Look at that grill. They keep them in pristine condition in here. Look at these seats. You're not going to be able to fit too much in the back of these seats, but I'm going to show you over there. There's a divine red. That's the color that my friend Roger over here told me. That car is beautiful. It's a coupe instead of a convertible. But anyway, we're just going to get into it with this one because it's right here. So to start, this is the 2020 Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. DBS stands for David Brown Sports. David Brown was actually, he bought Aston Martin in I believe 1942. Sold it in 71 or 2. But that's what DBS stands for. Superleggera is actually super lightweight in Italian. Go figure, it's actually a British car, but it has some Italian roots as well in the engineering and everything. It's got a 5.2 liter, 318 cubic inch V12, 5,204 cubic centimeter engine. I mean, this thing rocks. But the twin turbo in it is what really does it justice. So it's got a top speed of 211 miles per hour, 715 horsepower at 6,500 RPMs. And And here's the real good part about owning one of these. If you ever get to drive one, I hope I do one day, but it's got 664 pound-feet of torque starting at 1800 RPMs. At 1800 RPMs, that's all the way to 5000 RPMs. That's you're gonna feel every time you punch that car, it's gonna go. You know, it's gonna fly down the road. It's gonna pull you far. I mean, starting at 1800 RPMs with that much torque, you're gonna be having a lot of fun in this car. Check out the nice badging here, Aston Martin. It's got this rear diffuser. I'll talk more about that, but it's actually F1 inspired. That's part of the whole aerodynamic system of this car. It's meant to create more downforce with the air that's under the car. It actually pulls the air back down and creates that downforce. Quad exhaust. Don't mind me, I'm trying to be a little quiet in here because, you know, I want to respect the workers and everything, but look at this DBS badging. We got 21-inch forged alloy wheels. Look at those brakes, my goodness. Wrapped in Pirelli tires, Pirelli P0 tires. It's got all your modern controls inside. Pretty nice, you know. Anything you could want. It kind of reminds me of the Mercedes interiors, but a little nicer. But it uses the same infotainment system as Mercedes. But this leather is actually cadeness leather mixed with Alcantara throughout the car. It's for very good grip, very good feel on the car, less moisture, less sweat on the car. I know if you drive it in a leather car, you kind of feel the sweat as you go along, as you're driving, you know, in a heated moment. You start to feel that. With this Alcantara and this cadeness leather, it's very, very dry, like very grippy, very good handling. It hugs you when you sit in it. And when you're holding the wheel, you don't, if you're sweating a little or whatever, your hands, it keeps the moisture out. So this is the ultimate GT car, Grand Touring car. I think they really do well in this area where it's a cruiser, but at the same time, I mean, it's a puncher. You punch this car, and you're going to be feeling it no matter where you're going, no matter how fast you're going. You know, you could tap the gas, you're going to feel it. I mean, 715 horsepower at your disposal in a twin turbo. It's got an 8-speed rear-mounted rear-wheel drive ZF automatic trans. So plenty of gears to go through with the automatic transmission. Very nice dealership here. Here's another red one. That is not Superleggera though. That's nice. They have some brochures here and manuals. Different color pieces here. Show you the headrests and things like that. Different types of leather they use and different materials. Use real high-end, high-quality materials. Here's some of the stitching they use. Really good quality stuff. Even their chairs are nice. Look. So the car actually, why it's known for a really good GT car, as opposed to like a track car. It's not really a track car, because if you take this on the track, it's still a pretty heavy car. So it's weighed around it's around 4,100 pounds or so, give or take whatever options you had and stuff. But so you know, throwing it through the corners and things is going to be a little bit tougher than say like a McLaren or, you know, one of the Ferrari high-end track cars, or even, this is not my cup of tea, these cars really. I'm actually a Corvette guy, but that's a track car that you can probably beat this car with a Corvette ZR1. A C7, you can probably beat this car in a race. Definitely around the corners and stuff, there's no doubt about that, but you know, for a third of the price around there, So, you know, but in an Aston Martin, it's got to be the kind of car that you have in mind that you really like, and you know, it's got its own niche for certain people. They love it, and I can see why. I mean, this car is beautiful. Just look at the detail on the car. Look at the paint job. You can see how well it was, how much detail was put into this car. There's a bunch of carbon fiber body panels and body parts to lower the weight of the car. So here's the Aero Blade 2 system. It's a new system they started designing with Aston Martin. Just look at that hexagonal grill there. That lets in a whole bunch of air into that engine, and you need it. But you can see where the aerodynamics of this car start. So you can see how, look, it starts here, the air kind of goes through there, through this Aero Blade system up and behind here, behind the seat pillars and all of that. And then look, right in there, all this air is pushed downforce to keep the car hugging the road instead of going all over the place at high speeds. And then that rear diffuser, as I was talking about before, that's F1 inspired, which F1 is, you know, very, very strong, best of the best race cars, F1. Look, you can see how all this air travels through here, keeps the car down on the ground. See the body work they did to this car.
Let's open the hood.
Yeah, let's check it out, man. I can't wait to see the hood. I told Roger my jaw might be dropping a little bit. He wants to check it out.
It's a full carbon hood.
Man, that's crazy.
Check out that detail.
Sheesh, look at this. Look at that D12, boys and girls. That's good. How much carbon fiber is it? It's only a
couple other pieces, yeah.
Yeah. I know it lowered it from the DB11 to this. It lowered the weight a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is actually 15% wider.
Yeah.
And these are called curly cues.
Okay.
What'll end up happening is on the coupe, actually, if you'd like me to show you.
Yeah.
The air gets spooled up over here, and so it hits the side of the door. The mirrors act as a wing. That's why they stick out, to give the wind direction. And typically in the coupe, there's a vent right here.
Yeah.
That brings out the air through the ventless wing. Unfortunately, because we don't have that system in this, because the Volante, it's only in the coupes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was reading up about it, and it's a really interesting car for sure.
And then one cool thing is this. Not a lot of people know this. Soft close.
Wow. Oh wow, and it closes by itself. Look at that. Superleggera.
It's got two hinges basically just to lock it in because it's so wide.
Yeah.
For safety purposes, you need two hinges to hold into it.
Awesome. These cars are so beautiful.
Yeah.
And this leather, it's
got
Caithness leather, right?
Yeah.
And Alcantara.
This is the highest spec vehicle that we have at the moment.
Wow. It's beautiful.
And these are
these little perforations.
These are the grand touring wheels.
Yep. Man. What would it be like to own one of these?
Yeah. I've driven them a couple of times.
Yeah, they're nice, right? Roger was telling me this is a divine red, right?
Yeah, divine red with Lord's red interior.
Oh my goodness.
It's like about royalty in this one.
Yeah, right? Look at that car. Okay. Check this out, guys. I mean, hey, you don't have that much trunk space, but you expect it in this car?
What's up, sorry?
No, I'm just talking to the camera. I'm saying you don't have much trunk space, but you can't really expect it in this car.
Yeah, I mean, you can fit a golf bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have all this in here, so it goes all the way in.
Yep. Man, what a beautiful car.
Yep. So these are the vents I was telling you about.
Oh, okay, yeah, and that pushes the car down more, right?
See?
Crazy, man. The engineering on this is crazy.
Yeah.
I was reading this is the, as far as a production car, this is the most aerodynamically advanced for Aston Martin.
Yeah, definitely is. I mean, they don't really have too many aerodynamic features because their whole purpose of creating these cars for Aston Martin is to make one solid car.
Yeah.
So one thing nobody ever knows is if you pick any line on this car, even from the back to the front, it'll follow through.
Yeah.
It'll always,
it looks like a straight line.
Always follow any parts of the car.
Yep.
Like even this curve, it'll follow the lines.
Yep.
All throughout to the front. And then this transitions to the front and to the S line.
Yeah. That grill though, that sure is,
Yeah.
that was a nice piece. That adds a lot of.
Each piece for the Aston Martin brand, the logos are basically made by a jeweler by hand. The only machine that we have in the factory is for the front windshield.
Yeah. What was your name?
Dennis. Dennis
This
Madden.
is my man. Dennis
Pleasure
at
meeting
Aston
you.
Martin. He's the man, right? But man, what a nice car. Dude.
Yeah.
LED lights in the front and back.
Yeah, this is definitely a special car.
Yeah. This is what mesh, some kind of mesh, right?
Yeah.
Cool, nice.
So you can get either that, which is factory,
Yeah.
or you can get the carbon fiber louver,
Oh, okay.
which it'll have like a design like this, but like over here. So
Yeah.
it'll be like 3 scoops basically.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's a little aggressive look to it, that's all.
Yeah.
And then with the DB11, this is the widest production aluminum hood in the industry at the moment.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, for a single piece, it's the biggest piece that we have right now. Across the board.
Yeah, we're inside. We can't start this, right?
No, unfortunately we can't.
Here, that
So this is the V8 motor.
Oh, this is the V8 in here.
Where the V8 kind of loses power and makes up in weight because it's not a V12 motor.
Yeah.
You're not having the massive weight in the front anymore.
Yeah.
A little more lightweight. You
Yeah.
lose a little bit of horsepower, but again, you make up for it in the weight loss. The exhaust note is still the same.
Yeah.
It's more, you feel it more when you're on track, honestly.
Okay. Man, what beautiful cars, though.
Yeah.
Twin turbo in this. I know the torque range is what, like, I love the product. These are just the torque range.
Yeah, that's
From
crazy.
1800 all the way to 5000, you got that much torque.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, the minute you try to redline with this, it's like you get shots coming out of the exhaust.
Yeah.
It's very loud.
Oh, wow, man, that's crazy.
And then this is the DB11 AMR. This one has 630 horsepower.
Yeah.
30 more horsepower than regular V12.
Wow.
This featured a channel delay.
Okay. My buddy actually, he recommended to do a review of the DB11, but I said, let's check out the DBS instead.
Yeah, for sure.
But DB11 is just as nice. It's all aluminum, right? All aluminum bottom.
Yeah. This one it has a couple different features. The rims are different.
Yeah.
You have a little more carbon fiber, which is on the engine vendors. The flat bottom steering wheel. The seating's a little tighter also.
Yeah, like you're not going to be able to fit many adults in the back there. But it's
No,
good for
I've sat in the back before when I had to.
Hey, if you got to do it, it's better than not having a back seat.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
my Corvette.
Exactly.
I had my dog in the back of my Corvette once. Didn't work out too well. Man, beautiful car though. Beautiful car. Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. Here's Advantage. Beautiful car. Lotus Evora GT. One of the more track capable cars. So there's actually a car called the Aston Martin Valkyrie also, and that's more track worthy. That's a hypercar more or less. They only make 150 of them. It's a limited edition, so it's gonna be worth a whole lot of money. But they got 1160 horsepower right out of the gate. But those are a whole different level. But yeah, those are more track worthy. These are more GT worthy cars. These Aston Martins, the DBSs. Center of gravity in the car. All in the same effort to try and keep it, keep it all well level and well controlled. So when you're doing 211 miles an hour, you're not flying all over the place. everything you want inside. Change all the colors around, do different perforations, different stitching. And this is actually the highest option Superleggera they have here, actually, the Volante. Beautiful car. Hey, how you doing, man? You can see all the perforations and the stitching. That's all extra personalization. I believe the price on that red one is $338,000. So it's pretty well optioned. The nicest looking one in here, if you ask me. Beautiful. Dark red. Popping looking color. Divine red. Thank you, man. It was a pleasure. This is Roger, one of the coolest people in here, and Dennis. I met very
Thank
great
you,
people.
Raphael.
If you're in the market for an Aston Martin, come check these guys out. They're awesome dealership. Cars are well kept, beautiful cars, and they speak for themselves. Really, I mean, look at these cars. So, but yeah,
Divine Red.
Divine Red. This is the
Also
one.
known as wine.
Wine Red. Yep.
Yes.
If I had the money, this would be the one I'd be driving out of here with today. But come check them out. Have a great one, guys.